Here's how I went from this to this in 13 nodes. All right, let's go. Okay, first node is my input device transform. That's going from S-Log3 to DaVinci Wide. And then my last one is going from DaVinci Wide to Rec 709. So that's the look we get. First three nodes I have in serial are exposure, contrast, and white balance. That helps me balance the image before I make any major changes to it. My contrast I always have set to 1.15 and my pivot at 0.33 because the pivot for DaVinci Wide Gamut is 0.33, something around there. I brought this image up just a little bit because I want my exposure to be a little higher because I know what I'm going to do with it later in the image. My white balance, I white balance it on site and I don't need to white balance in post, okay? Next thing I do in all of my grades is I have a sharpen and a blur. It's kind of like an Orton effect. If you know what that is from photography, basically it blurs out the out of focus stuff and it keeps the stuff in focus in detail. So when I turn that on, it's going to bring a little bit more contrast into the shadows. That's what that looks like. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's what that looks like. Let's give that a little before after. Boom, 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 boom. Very subtle, very gentle. I love it. Next thing is my curves. This is going to bring some density into my skin, but also desaturate some of the colors that I think clash really hard. In this case, it's the greens. I normally bring the greens down, especially for my weddings, because I want the skin tones to be the most standout. This also brings some saturation back into my skin tones and brings the colors all just a little bit more natural feeling. I find on cameras that greens come out way too harsh. And then lastly, I like to add my masking. So I always add a mask for a vignette. That's a very subtle vignette around the outside of the image. And then in this case, because we have our light on our upper left side of the frame, that I'm gonna add a power window in the bottom right just to darken it up a bit. And here's my power windows before and after. And there you go. You have a complete color grade before, after. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.